how can somebody not love Poltergeist? I don't get it. This film has only 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb, and I absolutely adore this film. I am a horror addict. I'm very particular when it comes to supernatural films, poltergeists, because I need them to be good. And things like, Paranormal Activity have just ruined it, because I find those approaches really dull and really boring. Poltergeist, the 2015 film directed by Gil Kenan, or maybe Gil Kenan, I apologise, is wonderful. Visually, it is stunning, it is captivating, you get sucked right in, which is ironic given what the little girl goes through as well. It's got quite a mixed bag of horror tropes going on in here, but I feel like the narrative is also really well developed. So the description from IMDb is as follows. A family whose suburban home is haunted by evil forces must come together to rescue their youngest daughter after the apparition takes her captive. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. I don't know why anybody doesn't like it. And I'm really hard to please with horror. Or at least I thought I did. So, we have a great cast, including Sam Rockwell, Rosemarie DeWitt, and we have a really great family unit. I like the family. I like how they've been constructed. It's pretty typical. I love Madison, played by Kennedi Clements. I think she does an incredible job. When you have a child acting in a horror film, well, it could go either way, sometimes they only have a tiny little bit part, and sometimes they are the main character, like something like Orphan. It is just ridiculous how a child could do that, and the same here, it's very, very much the same. Her performance is absolutely brilliant. What I like about this, there are two things that I like about this. The first is the clown face. Well, there are more than two things that I like, but I love the clown face. I wasn't expecting that in a kind of poltergeist-based film. And I'm also scared of that kind of facial expression. It's kind of terrifying. So I thought that worked really well. And I also loved the TV screen. I found that to be a very sinister approach, and I thought it worked really well. In terms of imagery, there was so much going on here. There are so many creepy scenes. The use of CGI is fantastic. Very well done. Very eerie. I did watch this alone in the dark, and I kind of regretted doing that afterwards, because it did get my heart racing. And as if you're a die-hard horror fan as well, I'm sure you'll know that you kind of become desensitized to a lot of it, and it takes a lot to scare you. But absolutely, this one, really, really kind of scared me. Is there anything about the film I would change? No. I'm really happy with it. The only thing I'd change is that overall average rating on IMDb, because I think it's far too low. So I'm not really sure why people don't like it. I'm not saying it should be everybody's favourite horror film. It's not my favourite horror film. Nothing will ever beat The Visit or Orphan. Two very amazing films. That's completely unrelated though. I love it. Visuals amazing. Sound effects, soundtrack, hauntingly beautiful. Casting, acting, the poltergeist aspect, special effects. I love it. I cannot fault it. It is truly a lovely, lovely film. And if you haven't seen it and you like horror, please ignore the ratings until you've had a chance to make up your own mind. I'd like to say I promise you'll love it, but based on the reviews, maybe not, but I really hope so. Please check it out and let me know what you thought. Personally, I will definitely watch it more than once.